It's a Tuesday night trifecta of Kappa Queensland Cup action, and we've got an NPL FQPL clash from Ballinger Park coming your way on FQTV. A very good evening, everyone. James Coughlin here to bring you all the action as Sunshine Coast Wanderers and North Lakes United battle it out for a spot in the semi-finals. Both clubs are coming into this game with plenty to prove, and it promises to be a fascinating contest, especially if their meetings last season are anything to go by. Let's run through the team lineups with kickoff imminent. We'll start with Sunshine Coast Wanderers, coached by Tony Skinner. The goalkeeper, Ciara Evans. 2, Jessica Stafford. 6, Piper Vitalik. 7, Delaney War. 9, Macy Edward. 12, Jess Doyle. 14, Freya Partridge Moore. 16, Kate Sherrar. 18, Jocelyn Alonso. 19, the captain, Beck Horsey. And number 27, Ida Ackerson. So a couple of changes from their last outing. Most notable one is the goalkeeper Daisy Lorenz dropping out entirely, with Evans recalled to the starting lineups and Hayley Paxivanos to the bench, replaced by Doyle. As for North Lakes, the away team tonight, now looking to continue their success off their Kappa Pro Series win, and this is the side Anthony Costa has called on tonight. Goalkeeper Jess Joyce. Number 2, Emma Woods. 3, Mackenzie Stokes. 4, Willow Liukana, the captain. 6, Ko Yamamuro. 9, Ashley Hummels. 10, Alyssa Hutchinson. And number 15, Tara Thomas. 16, the prolific Holly Kuipers. 21, Riley Schneider. And 25, Daniela Casey Pollia. A couple of changes for North Lakes as well. One enforced one with the new signing Ava Kiss cut tied, so she is ineligible. We also have McLennan out, Harris dropping to the bench. And the changes are there. It will be Sunshine Coast Wanderers getting us underway in their traditional home strip, going from left to right on your screen. We'll be hoping for another successful outing against an FQPL opponent, just like they had in round 5. Where they were pushed all the way with a 3-2 extra time victory over Moreton City Excelsior. Interestingly enough, Eva Kisses, former club. And before you ask, she did not play in that game against the Wanderers. And here we go, Cup football. A spot on the semi-finals is on the line. It is the Wanderers pushing forward, looking for the opportunity, and Alonso will fire the shot. We do have action also coming away from Spencer Park with Brisbane City and Gold Coast Knights. Amy Webster's taking you through that one, and Alan Kroll is keeping an eye on proceedings at Luxury Paint Stadium at Richlands between Lions FC and Gold Coast United, with the winners joining Edge Hill in the semi-finals of the 2026 Kappa Queensland Cup on the women's side. Just asking a little bit too much of Macy Edward. Equal leading scorer for Sunshine Coast in 2026. He is level with 4 goals in all competitions, with Jackie Doyle, who is unfortunately one of a pair of players out with the dreaded ACL injury. Jackie Doyle and Kelsey Grant have both suffered those injuries in the last couple of weeks. All the best with their rehabilitation. We'll see them back out very soon. And can't tell you, we have a goal early on at Richlands. Anna Soulsby scoring for Lions inside 2 minutes. A dream start for Nick Whiteside and his team. One of those nights we'll have updates from all around the ground. trying to find a way through to no avail. So this is just Sunshine Coast's second actual match in the 2026 Cup. Round 4, they had a win on forfeit over Southwest Queensland Thunder. Victory, which I'm sure was celebrated long and hard. There is ball out wide as Hummels goes for the byline, looking for an angle for the cross. And the signal is goal kick, and it could be the perfect time to introduce our match officials as well. The referee, Tristan Goodall, assisted by Craig Goodall and Slater Sherwell. The target of that pass. Able to hit the target. All the way back to Clara Evans, who is making her fourth start of the season. I beg your pardon. Her fourth appearance of the season. Third start. Now breaking through the middle with the through ball for Woods, and she is marshalled unbelievably well. Emma Woods, a dangerous threat. That is a potentially lethal front three for North Lakes, as many sides have already found out all three competitions this season. Evans. She has 8 career games for the Sunshine Coast first team. This is her third start of the season. NPL round 10 against Kappa and the Queensland Cup game against Moreton City, with Wanderers winning on both occasions. Third season as study. Karma's ever getting it back to Jess Joyce, the nominal first choice for North Lakes. Although this is her first cup start of the season. And here is a beautiful ball through Woods. Did she stay onside? Saved by Evans on the follow-up. It's Kuipers and blocked off the line. Partridge Moore getting in the way. And what a stop from the keeper. It may have come at a price. Hummels just feathering that one through. The save from Evans. Partridge Moore tracking back after being beaten for pace initially. Some concern for the Sunshine Coast keeper, but she's back up on her feet now. Thompson is the backup goalkeeper tonight. The under-17 squad. Goes the corner, looking to put it in directly. Woods, another block off the line. Partridge Moore, again, right place, right time. And just repelling that threat. North Lakes a bit between their teeth early on. Okay, just making a nuisance of herself in front of the keeper. The North Lakes captain having the height advantage. The Yamamuro to deliver. Goes looking for the, and finds Kuipers. Chance for the Sunshine Coast to clear it away. Edward providing the outlet. Looking for the 1-2, and Red very well by Thomas. Read like a book by Stokes. And Northlakes again looking for some space out on that right flank. Hummels enjoying the room afforded to her, and she'll take the shot on, looking to go across the face of Evans, and Evans with another save inside the opening 10 minutes, got a fingertip to it. Actually, Hummels, 3 goals in 3 cup games, so Northlakes their path to the quarterfinals of this competition. 10-0 win over UQFC in round 3, 7-0 win over Coomera in round 4, and then most recently a 3-0 win over South Strikers. They knock off an NPL opponent, and more off the line, looking for the follow-up from Hummels, and Woods is adamant there was a handball in there. I don't see anything definitive, but the appeal was made. Touch it ahead of Thomas, but he's always had the position. Terry's battling, and Woods almost introducing herself to Stafford. Start for the Sunshine Coast attackers as Northlakes continue to find ways through, and Kuipers, return provider, has given Woods something to chase. She is watched closely by Stafford. Back it goes. Clipping. Touch taken by Hutchinson. Schneider. Right, and Hummels about going for the dribble. Back for Schneider. This is in for Woods, who can't quite control it, but it's all Northlakes at the moment, and Doyle losing that battle for possession. Again, space afforded down that flank as Hummels in the box looking for Kuipers. No luck for the recently turned 18-year-old, celebrating the Kappa Pro Series win and a birthday, back-to-back days. Into tonight for Kuipers, 18 games, 24 goals in all competitions. The Kappa Pro Series Golden Boot with 9. And she is second in the Kappa Queensland Cup Golden Boot standings with 8 from 3 games. 4 against UQFC, a hat-trick against Coomera, and just the 1 against South Strikers. Has been won courtesy of the deflection off Ashley Hummels. bodies around Jess Joyce, but the delivery will find Hutchinson. Goes looking for Woods. He plays it over the top, and Schneider first to react, but does well to escape the pressure from Edward. Has been very, very busy in the first 13 and a half minutes. Already a couple of blocks off the byline, keeping the Flakes attack at bay. What do they say these FQPL ties? That's the potential for a cup set. The way North Lakes have looked this season, I'm sure it would be all that much of a shock if they were to find a way to win tonight. Something against Sunny Coast. North Lakes, along with Caboolture in the FQPL, really have been that good. For that ball through, and that's shielded behind by Vidalik. The replay. Well, the idea was North Lakes have done their homework to try and attack those wide channels. Get their attackers, especially Ash Connell's, involved. Alonso, one of the mid-season acquisitions for the Wanderers. He's made an instant impact, scoring the winner against Norton City, and more pressure on Partridge. Moore had to stand the challenge of Hutchinson, and now they've given it straight back to Yamamuro. A bit slippery underfoot, perhaps, which should be no surprise. Now some space for Arkeson to drive forward. She's got support in both directions. The assistants behind the fence thought that might have been a handball. Now Vidalik back for Wanderers, and she'll the credit for the shot on target. First one Joyce has had to make tonight. Got a goal at the other ground tonight. Brisbane City now up 1-0 on Gold Coast Knights, courtesy of Jonty Fisher. The through ball targeting Edward, but no luck connecting. So just checking the scores around the grounds. Both games are about 60 to 90 seconds ahead of where we are here at Ballinger Park. Lions 1-0 courtesy of Anna Soulsby. Brisbane City 1-0 courtesy of Jonty Fisher. And Edge Hill are sitting at home watching and waiting to see who else will be joining them in the 2026 semi-finals of the Kappa Queensland Cup. And as I say, preparation for this game really could go either way. As Edward was coming back from an offside position. So able to retrieve that ball from behind the fence and take the throw in, finding Doyle. Turn has found the bench with that pass. For the pass, and that was a brilliant turn by Hutchinson. She's played it through Hummels. Options in the middle, trying to get it to Kuipers, and it's Calamitous at the back. Kuipers tries to pounce on the follow-up. There it is. North Lakes breaking through with Holly Kuipers at the second attempt. And North Lakes will take the lead eventually after 20 minutes of peppering the goals and a couple of big saves from Kiara Evans. Holly Kuipers has given North Lakes the lead. Goal kick. So we have 1-0 as the scoreline in all three games tonight. So far through 20 minutes. To get on the end of Casey Pollier. Throws it long to find Partridge Moore, and to say the balance of play, North Lakes good value for their leaders. Shirar, so subtle shove. And a little too eager to take that free kick, and she'll have to have a second bite at the cherry. Schneider's starting to get more involved in the last 5 or so minutes as Lakes will look to pile on the pressure. Into the side netting. That will go. For North Lakes, it has been a productive and very successful season. In the Kappa Pro Series final earlier this month. big victories. In the quarterfinal, 11-1 over Penn Power. Penn Power got some modicum of revenge in their league encounter a week ago, winning 1-0 up at AJ Kelly Park. Some say that North Lakes would have had the last laugh, winning the tournament overall. A dominant 6-0 win in the final over Logan. In the league, they're looking very well placed for promotion. In just a minute. And going straight for goal. And not as far away as you might have thought. There's that free kick from Edward. And oh, a spill at the back. Joyce has been caught out. And North Lakes have the lead, courtesy of Jess Doyle. As North Lakes' lead has evaporated. Sunshine Coast have pulled it back. So we go to the pictures, and caught out on the chip, seemingly out of nowhere. Just getting ready to bring you an update from NPL Men's. We have an equaliser. So that is the first goal that North Lakes have conceded in this tournament. Conceded a lot this season, actually. Coast, after getting battered for the first 20 minutes, have found their way. Another strike, another goal. Sunshine Coast with a quick fire double, and they have taken the lead. It's Doyle again. And just perfectly placed on the setup, a rocket that Joyce could do absolutely nothing about. And unfamiliar territory for North Lakes. I'd venture a guess that they wouldn't have been too far behind for too long. So, that turned around quickly, didn't it? North Lakes 1-0 up and looking pretty good with a fire double to Jess Doyle, third and fourth of the season. couldn't be in again. Now can square it for Edward Leocaner. Stepping up, but now Wanderers really looking a lot sharper now. And Edward with the looping header that Joyce will calmly claim. Kappa's, does she have in her arsenal for tonight? Waiting, but able to get the cross away. Alonso tracking back. Partridge Moore again. Just the rock at the back. Does concede the. I don't think anyone in Wanderers colours will be too upset about that. Goes in, it's met by Shirar. Able to clear it away. Horsey. Doyle is unable to secure the throw in. Smartly taken to pick out Hummels. Now Woods in space, taking the strike and at full stretch. Evans with another save. 10 minutes of really seeing this game come to life. At Richlands, Gold Coast United have equalised. It is 1-1. For confirmation of the goal scorer. Berwick Beach, the goal scorer. Just a reminder, if you are split screening tonight, the trio of Queensland Cup action. 3 matches are commentated. Alan Kroll watching proceedings at Richlands. Amy Webster the action from Spencer Park. And I'm keeping an eye on the action now as Kuiper sees a chance from range. Getting their counting practice on the sideline every time the keeper has the ball. Italy just getting away from Thomas, but Leocaner is there to block the cross. And watch for live a couple of members of the Wanderers active support crew. So braving the cold tonight. Still in the teens. To be fair, can get quite chilly. At least by Queensland standards. I really hope Amy and Ellen didn't hear me say that. Thought about the pass through, but find the angle, and now Northlake's going one end to the other. Hummels again looking to turn provider, but Stafford holds up very, very well. The 16-year-old defender who's slotted in on the left side of that back three. Seeing the Sunshine Coast Wanderers magazine. This is off as a wing back. And the goals are flying in around the grounds tonight. Holly Palmer has just scored for Gold Coast Knights, so every team in action has scored now. 1-1 at Spencer Park between Brisbane City and Gold Coast Knights in that heavyweight battle. James Preston bringing the action from the NPL men's tonight. With 1-0 up over Easts. Lucas Martin's the goal scorer there. And the final match that went ahead tonight, Rochdale hosting Moreton City at Nudgee, I believe. And Rochdale, perhaps justifiably, a little bit slow out of the blocks after their massive high on the weekend, qualifying for the Hard Australia Cup National Round of 32 for the first time. They are trailing the reigning premiers 2-0. Busy week. Fiddling, using the head to right at the feet of Leo Kana. Is the call against Yamamuro, who is perplexed at that decision. Should be pardon, the ball was against Schneider. Yamamuro was perplexed. Driving ball blocked. Schneider, she's got Woods steaming ahead in front of her. She's just snuck into an offside position. Schneider held the pass a beat too long and almost the target. And there you can see the right of screen, the North Lakes Brains Trust. By Anthony Costa, who has seen a remarkable turnaround for North Lakes. The relegation from NPL last season, they've above and beyond to make sure they're staying in FQPL as a short one. Subtle little rivalry brewing between these two sides. Was split last season with a win and a draw. A couple of red cards as well. Middle from the edge of the box, plays it straight into the legs of the defender. Kana for the cutback. It's worked out for the visitors, North Lakes. Kuipers. Goals aplenty around the grounds. Starting with Spencer Park, Meg McElliott has given Gold Coast Knights a 2-1 advantage. 7 minutes to go in the first half there. with 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes for Gold Coast Knights. And Gold Coast United are also up 2-1. The attacking chances created already. The scoreline seems unlikely to hold here at Ballinger Park, 2-1. To the goal scorer for Gold Coast United. That will be keeping you abreast of all the action in all 3 games. The Kappa Queensland Cup Women's quarterfinals. The men had their turn over the weekend. Semi-finals will be Roachdale Penn Power and Marlon Coast taking on Lions. Marlon Coast, a phenomenal story in their own right. The first regional Queensland club to qualify without a direct spot. With Magpies Crusaders, Edge Hill, Kansas City final of Queensland. There's a regional presence every year. That draw was tweaked a couple of years ago to open it up at the final stage of qualifying. And the Cup has been a welcome addition on both sides, if I do say so myself. It's had men's tournament which finished the Final Four for so many years. It started with the Women's Super Cup. A couple of years ago now. Here goes Doyle, pass 1, pass 2, and is barreled down by Leo Kana. Legally so in the eyes of Mr. Goodall. And Doyle has stayed down after the challenge. Oh, Leo Kana with the tackle. If she didn't get that right, or if it was seen differently by the officials, would have been very, very bad news for the North Lakes skipper. Not too far to get the replay. Doyle now back on her feet. Oh, a shot across the bow, almost forcing the save out of Joyce, but straight through for the goal kick. And Sunshine Coast in the last 20 minutes have really come to life. Over 3 minutes of normal time remaining. Central for Yamamuro. It's caught out, but getting it back. Yamamuro now in behind. Kuipers has stolen a step. Can she get there for the shot? Holly Kuipers with the strike. Over the top. Goal. 2-2. Kuipers with the double. And she is now the outright Golden Boot leader in the Kappa Queensland Cup. And doesn't it just look routine for Holly Kuipers? Over the outstretched arm of Evans. And it is now 2-2, closing in on half-time. have been the Kuipers and Doyle show so far. 2 goals apiece. And Vidalik won't be joining the party with that attempted cross, which behind for a goal kick. So far, very happy to go for it in attack. Taking intent has led to a very open game. Have any more action ahead of the halftime break. Thrown over the top is met by Alonso. He's trying to keep it in, and I think she struck the ball before it crossed the byline, but keep it in. Half-time at Spencer Park. 2-1 in favour of Gold Coast Knights. And that one. Atkinson. Space again, looking for Vidalik. That wide option. Top of the box and on the turn, no free kick coming, and the war has been caught out. Was Shura. A check of the watch. So we might be getting pretty close to the halftime break. We were very close to the halftime break. Honours level after the opening 45 minutes. And the sides will retreat to the dressing rooms and get themselves reset for what promises to be an eventful second half. The score as it stands is Jess Doyle 2, Holly Kuipers 2. We'll be back with the second half after these messages.
Excellence. Is it measured in likes, bottom lines, or the impact we make around us? The things we build, the students we inspire, the care we give. At CQ University, we recognise all kinds of excellence. We combine contemporary courses with more choices and real support to empower you to create the success that means more to you. Be with CQU.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Future game is changing, and so it's really important for us to understand that we're not developing players for the here and now, it's for the future.
It's extremely important to have an identity as a state. There's some key characteristics that we identified as being really important to Queensland players. The first one is creative, which refers to a player's technical ability, their base level technique and their X factor qualities. Second is courageous, how players influence the game, their levels of effort, their absolute desire displayed on the pitch. And then there's competitive, so their winning mentality, and that's got nothing to do with winning games. And that's a never say die effort, which is a hallmark of Queensland players in the past. It's something we want to continue to preserve.
That sort of frames everything we look for in a Queensland player. It's really important for every fan of every club, for every member, for every player to understand what it means to be a Queenslander, lean into the nature of the Queensland spirit. I think this is the most exciting time for youth development in a long time in Australia. We've seen so many young Queenslanders move on to bigger and better things. We've seen so much national team representation, and we've seen a massive shift in terms of the focus on youth development in a professional sort of setting within the A-Leagues. So if you're a young Queenslander, it's our job at Football Queensland to ensure that we're giving every opportunity to players to reach that stage and support talent wherever it may be to reach the higher echelons of the game.
I think football was always my thing, yeah. I just loved it. Yeah. I love being a part of the team and I love winning. Yeah. I played for Warriors in Townsville and it was really good and I learnt a lot and I felt like I was just having fun. I was really nervous at first because I'd played against these girls all growing up. Like I'd always been in the Townsville team, they'd been in the Metro teams, and I was really nervous because I didn't know whether I was good enough or whether I was just like overreaching. With the right support and the right coaching and the right programs to be identified like carnivals, you can definitely get spotted and you can do it. From there, it's just how much you want it, really. The Queensland State Team program has helped me believe in myself because a lot of the time when I don't believe in myself, I don't perform as well, and that's probably what's let me down. Off the field, I'd say just like becoming a better person and more mature and friendly and outgoing, and I feel like helped me bring me out of my shell, I guess, yeah. I feel really, really grateful and really honoured that I've been selected and that I've been seen and identified to be good enough to play, just to have the opportunity to play in front of national team coaches, and I just feel like super confident, super eager. It's really good to see my kind of progression from not making it at all to making it. The Queensland State Team program can really help push you into the A-League teams, the Premier League teams, the Matildas representing your country, and that's something that I aspire to do. I think just the level of coaching and the intensity and playing in a better team definitely makes you a better player, and you kind of understand what you have to do to get to that level, and it's, yeah, really good.
How do I feel this time? One straight off.
45 minutes down, 45 to go. Will it be enough to separate Sunshine Coast Wanderers and North Lakes as these two sides chase a spot in the semi-finals of the 2026 Kappa Queensland Cup? We will find out. Could be extra time, could be penalties even. We'll just have to wait and see. James Coughlin bringing all the action on FQTV on a busy night with the three remaining quarterfinals being played simultaneously. We are back underway at Gold Coast tonight against Brisbane City at Spencer Park. Knights 2-1 up in that one. Amy Webster on comms there. Alan Kroll on the microphone for Gold Coast United and Lions at Luxury Paint Stadium. 2-1 to the visitors there. We are all square here at Ballinger Park. Jess Doyle with a quick-fire brace, bookended by 2 goals from Holly Kuipers. And North Lakes, you would have to say, on the weight of chances, just shading this contest, although, as Takia found out on Sunday, possession and chances created don't really matter too much. It's how you finish your chances that will determine the winner of a football match. Stokes seeing off the challenge from Shirar. Here's Kuipers chasing another hat-trick this season. That time trying to turn provider, but the attack will fizzle out now. Wanderers challenge defensively. Casey Pollier nicely by Doyle. Getting away from Horsey to play the pass through the middle for Stokes. Now getting it to Hummels from a tight angle, and Ash Hummels just couldn't get clean contact on that strike, and it's gleefully taken by Yara Evans, who was beaten twice in the first half, but did have a couple of big saves. The game was scoreless. Rampant North Lakes at bay. Jess Joyce just settling her side down. Joyce, her lucky 13th appearance of the season for North Lakes. First in the cup, that position previously. That is a dangerous timed challenge on Kuipers, and that is going to be a free kick and a yellow card shown. Was that a red card? As Tiani Weber looks like she's only just come on at half time. Here is Yamamuro. The free kick tees it up for Kuipers, changing the angle. Kuipers with the strike, and wide it goes. And it was just a yellow card for Weber. And Kuipers, the deflected strike, will send it wide. confirm the halftime sub as looks like she has been withdrawn for Weber. And not taken cleanly, and on the follow-up, Evans did very well to take it off the bootlaces of Emma Woods. We've been seeing her name up in lights, scoring the go-ahead goal. Stafford back to retrieve that. Southwest trying to play their way out of trouble, and they've played it straight to Schneider. Northlakes driving forward, and it's pinball down to the feet of Edward. Trying to play their way out, and they could just play themselves into trouble. It's not over yet. Schneider taking it away from Shirar. Desperate defending from the home side, and eventually they clear it away. Middle link to Horsey. Back heel just got shoved over by Hutchinson. A lot of subtlety in that challenge as Doyle did very well just to get herself back in position. Having a technical glitch, operator error. Here, and for now, I'll just take you through the action on the other monitor as the long ball's played down the right side, looking for Doyle as she's battling with Kana. Another free kick for Sunshine Coast Wanderers, about 20 yards away from the corner flag on the far side. And over comes Arkeson. And now we have pictures restored. Arkeson is sizing up the free kick, just one player in the wall. It's going straight for goal and off the crossbar. So close. And once we are back on track, I'll tell you, Anna Soulsby has scored an equaliser for Lions at Luxury Paint Stadium, 2-2. Between Lions and Gold Coast United, 2-2 here at Ballinger Park. That's looking for that breakthrough. Horsey will send it across. Vitalik with the strike and just bends it wide. Joyce got all of that. Partridge more possession, and there you go, Northlakes steaming forward in numbers, but Weber, the only player booked so far tonight. I'm afraid of that tackle. Launching it into the box, waiting at the back post. It's Hummels going for goal. Cleared off the. Oh no, it isn't. It's over. It is 3-2. Ashley Hummels is credited with the goal. Chaos at the back, and it skipped through. And despite the efforts of Stafford, Wonder is adamant that it should have been offside. However, the calls will fall on deaf ears. As Ash Hummels has her 6th of the season. And now North Lakes are back on top 10 minutes into the second half. Stafford, who was scrambling back and actually wound up further over the line than the football did. Stokes with the foul there, and now it's North Lakes back in possession. It's offered, as always, in the form of Yamamuro. Huge signing for North Lakes, coming over from Mitchelton a couple of years ago. Much made herself at home in North Lakes colours, and now Vitalik has to track back, and a little bit of help from Weber will see off that threat, albeit temporarily. With Woods bearing down and just has to rush the clearance. And he's allowed through again. Evans, take the time. Trailing this one, but Sunshine Coast will surely feel very confident of their chances of scoring another one. Unfortunately, as they're learning the hard way, North Lakes can score for fun as well. And Hummels will send that one high and wide. It just gets shoved from Kuipers, and that is going to earn their sharpshooter a yellow card. Kuipers perhaps a little bit frustrated. Vitalik getting around her. Easier decisions of the night. Kuipers, card number 3 of the season. He's the most booked player for North Lakes in action tonight. Trying to chase that one down unsuccessfully. Flicked over the top, and with a head of steam, Hummels couldn't control it. North Lakes pressing high up the pitch again. Hutchinson with the attempt from range. Straight into the gloves of Evans. Schneider to hoof that one away. Weber back to retrieve. Late. Yamamuro will gain the free kick and will pass the scene of the crime. Shira. By Stokes. Race for possession. Alonso slide in and concede the throw in. He's leaving it for Schneider. Game management for North Lakes is going to be so critical. And they are very much. Well, they're a side that always knows how to play from in front, winning so many games already this season. In the league, 7 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. So Kuiper's looking for the hat-trick, will send that one over. Determined to get the ball back, Kuipers. So evades a tackle from a teammate and evades a tackle attempt from Stokes. Alonso going herself will take the strike. And Joyce will drop down to her knees and make the block. foul given up by Vitalik. So the league form for North Lakes, 7 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. They are only on 19 points. Were deducted 3 for a alleged breach of the rules regarding approaching players. I should point out also an allegation the club strongly denies. Leaves them 6 points behind league leaders Caboolture with a game in hand. The game in hand is against 10th placed Grange Thistle. Still very much to play for the FQPL Premiership. Caboolture to finish 3rd in that epic 3-horse race. They did get the 2 final wins in the Kappa Pro Series and FQPL Grand Finals, both on penalties. The crunch match in that FQPL Women's Premiership battle. Saturday the 11th of July. At Sellers Park, North Lakes hosting Caboolture. Now a shot from Edward and bending right towards Joyce. Beautiful through ball, finding Woods straight through the legs. And there's the insurance. Emma Woods gets on the score sheet. And North Lakes have a 4-2 lead here at Ballinger Park. And it's that right side again. Ash Hummels has been central to everything. And there, that perfectly weighted pass straight through, as we now have 2 changes coming for Sunshine Coast. Partridge Moore, the players withdrawn. Number 14 exiting. So Emma Woods with the potential insurance goal that gives North Lakes some breathing space. Right behind that pole. And Knights are now up 3-1 in their match. The target of that pass from Shirar. The subs Lexi Cooper. North just to pick them off on the counter. She's dropped back into central defence as Hutchinson was unable to keep that one in. Tavanos is also on in number 23. Perhaps expecting to start early. Tavanos. 10 games, 2 goals in all competitions this season. Hoping she can add to that tally, perhaps get on the end. This cross from Vitalik. Put in and cleanly taken by Joyce. Had to get that one right with the duo. Just lurking right behind her, ready to capitalise on any spillage. Over the top, Woods chasing that one down. Tight angle for a shot, and tight offside call goes the way of Sunshine Coast. It's still level at Luxury Paint Stadium with just under 20 minutes of normal time remaining. Head-to-head with Yamamuro, and there's a good midfield battle. There's allowed to run through to Evans. Trying to get away from Hutchinson, who hopefully concede the foul and break up that Sunshine Coast attack. As it stands, Brisbane City trailing by 2 with a quarter of an hour to go. Sunshine Coast Wanderers trailing by 2 with just over a quarter of an hour to go. We're hoping for some sort of miracle rally. And the change coming now from North Lakes, as Maddie Harris will come on. Emma Woods will take her leave after getting a goal that has given North Lakes some breathing room. Stafford to Webber, who'll send it back to the left. Shirar. Piper's back and doing a defensive duty. Costa has just opted to shore up at midfield with the addition of Harris. closer and closer to another semi-final North Lakes. City have pulled it back to 3-2 in their game as Edward thought she was fouled. To get back to provide some support here. Finding Edward lining up the strike, but doesn't have the power to cause too much trouble for Joyce. If this scoreline does hold, and it's looking good for North Lakes as they've got numbers, although that going out did end that 3-on-2 attack. If the score does hold, this would be North Lakes' best cup run since the Kappa Women's Super Cup and now Queensland Cup started. They made the quarterfinal in 2024 and 2025, losing to Souths and Olympic respectively. Thanks to Scott for that stat. Goes straight for goal. And Evans had to be alert. Evans launches that one up towards halfway line and it's intercepted by Stokes. North Lakes are just ready and waiting to pick them off on the counter attack. To tick away from Sunshine Coast. A side that is facing a bit of jeopardy in their league campaign. With another foul, and they smile, perhaps remembering she is on a card. Just getting a warning from the referee, Tristan Goodall, about pushing her luck. And just getting her back worked on the bench potentially. On the turn, shifting it out to the overlapping Thomas. Launched it in the box. Beautiful first touch from Harris. Second took her away from goal. She keeps up that pressure and slides in. Over 10 minutes for Sunshine Coast to find a breakthrough. turnover as Arkeson gets it to Edward as she thinks about the shot, gets it back to Arkeson, and Swede will take the strike. Over the top, Casey Pollier watching Edward closely, but Sunshine Coast will have that one fizzle out. Yamamuro dropping back. You can see on the North Lakes bench the reserve goalkeeper, Mild Waters, will be surely enjoying this result just a little bit. As the backup goalkeeper here for 3 years. Cup appearance. 2024 round 4 against Pine Hills. And do we have the changes coming for Sunshine Coast? Schultz and Lara War preparing to come on. Jocelyn Alonso. I think with the 2 players withdrawn. Dice have been rolled. There's going to be a card for Arkeson after that challenge. This was overly happy about that one. Arkeson going for the ball and making sure she collected Thomas on the way through. Horsey likes the pass and now trying to launch it forward, but again, North Lakes have just been so good at cutting out these Wanderers' passing lanes. And a update from Lions, it isn't a goal, but the home side now down to 10 players. Scarlett Premal has been sent off for a second yellow. Just over 5 minutes to go in that one. And Gold Coast just went close to what could well have been the winning goal, as it was fired over the top and tipped over. Chance for North Lakes to really start celebrating. With the direct attempt, and it was always bending away from the near post. Seeing a bit of ferocity creeping into this one. It's when they met last year. 2 red cards across the 3 games. Move by Middlewick, but couldn't get on the end of that heavy touch. War, it's the free kick, and Thought about taking it quickly, but left it for Horsey, who will try to pick out Edward with the pass. He's getting pretty close to now or never time for Sunshine Coast, and it may well turn into never if North Lakes can capitalise on this possession. One back by the substitute Harris. Just waiting for an option to present itself, and it has in the form of Hummels, who tries to launch it into the box. Evans out quickly. The counting exercise continues on the sideline. Something, someone. Dispossessed by Harris. It's 1-on-3 for Hutchinson. Eventually finds support. Yamamuro forward to seal it. And wide it goes. And as we are in the replay, actually Hummels is getting an early mark. She has been arguably the busiest player on the pitch. And coming on is Bridget Adamson. Has to scramble to get into position. Aside from that 5-minute spell where Jess Doyle had the 2 goals, I have to say North Lakes have to the goods right now. Closing in on full time at Spencer Park. Brisbane City piling forward in numbers. Searching for that late equaliser. In the meantime, it's shots on here. And oh, that is a special strike to seal it. Alyssa Hutchinson with one for the ages. And there was nothing Evans could do as she picked out the top corner. And that is par for the course for North Lakes. Scoring for fun in the league, in the Pro Series, and in the Cup. And they are now surely off to the semi-finals. They have run away with it in the second half. Now, Sunshine Coast, it's largely chasing a consolation goal, which they'll try and fashion an opportunity for as Savanos goes to the byline and is unable to keep it in. Celebratory subs will take place now as Hutchinson gets her congratulations and Gemma Smedley coming on. In fact, I think the bench is going to be emptied now. Tara Thomas also coming off. And coming on will be Gemma Smedley in 11, Alana Swindley in 31 for what will be a season debut if my numbers are correct. And Alexis Cran in 32. And the North Lakes bench is looking a lot more relaxed right now. They just haven't been able to fashion those chances in the second half. North Lakes have really been the dominant side in all fairness tonight. It's it is much FQPL in name only. They have a talented team that will be very eager to make that move up to the NPL next season if form holds. Have to split their attention for a little bit longer. Their next 3 games that we know of, they may have a catch-up game scheduled in there as well, and a cup semi-final in the league. It's round 11 against Virginia on Saturday the 20th, Friday the 3rd away to Norton City, and then Saturday the 11th of July, the big one against Caboolture, a potential title deciding fixture. As Sunshine Coast, they'll have to turn their attention to their league campaign. They are currently in 7th, which is safe, but they are level on points with 8th place QAS, who are, as we know, exempt from relegation, and 9th place Kappa, level on points and only ahead on goal difference, although they do have 2 games in hand on QAS and 1 on Kappa. And the weekend, Sunday afternoon in fact, they'll be hosting QAS here at Ballinger Park. Everything at the moment, we have to say weather permitting, for a catch-up game next Wednesday night home against Brisbane City for Saturday the 27th. A catch-up against Gold Coast Knights down at the Croatian Sports Centre, again weather permitting. And we are going to extra time at Luxury Paints Stadium, so if you are still tuning in here and waiting for the full-time whistle, once we wrap things up, head over to that match to see how that one will conclude. Alan Kroll will take you through the final stages of that one. And by final stages, I mean at least another half an hour of action, which I'm sure he's very excited about. But for now, it is North Lakes night on the Sunshine Coast, a convincing 5-2 win over Sunshine Coast Wanderers. Jess Doyle with a first half brace for the home side, matched by Holly Kuipers. And then in the second half, Ash Hummels in the 55th minute, Emma Woods in the 67th, and then the pick of the bunch from Alyssa Hutchinson. 5 minutes from time. That is where we are going to leave you. I'm James Coughlin. Thank you very much for your company tonight. Head on over to the Lions Gold Coast United stream. That's going to be a fantastic finish. For now, final score for the final time, Sunshine Coast 2, North Lakes 5. Good night.